You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today we have a group of students from Punahou School, River Kim, Tierney Morikawa, and Jackie Chang. They're here to share with us about their fundraiser, Malama Jam. Within 3 years, they've already raised about $57,000 gross for local charities.
Can you tell us what other activities you guys have besides the Punahou curriculum and Malama Jam?
I'm involved in sports, football and basketball.
You're all state, right?
Yeah. And also I like to play music, so I'm in a band, mostly island music, as well as traditional Hawaiian band. We play for Mayday at Punahou.
My passion is hula. So I spend most of my time at practices or working on craft things that we have to make for that or studying the language. But I also play viola, and I'm part of Kawaiola. It's an organization at school that publishes a magazine biannually, and it's of student poetry, prose, and artwork.
For me, other than school and Malama Jam, is there anything other than school? No. Throughout high school, I kayak and paddle. Recently we moved, so that took up a lot of time. Other than that, I'm involved in other community service activities.
Like what?
I'm part of a group at school called the Luke Leaders, who are service leaders for the Luke Center for Public Service. So there are a lot of initiatives happening on campus that takes planning and sending out announcements and things to that. And then on the weekends, there are meetings and service events and things like that.
My question after that question is, you folks are probably in the top tier of your class, or in the top tiers of schools. I mean, you have a ton of extracurricular activities. You're doing community service. You're in sports. What about for the person out there that's like, oh, my extracurricular activity is television, and maybe I'm not the best student, but I do want to give something back. I think maybe can I really make a difference? What would you say to someone like that?
I think it's really easy to think about yourself in most situations. Like for us, or for me, putting together this third annual Malama Jam, I was like, this is going to take so much work, and I was kind of focused on my own needs, taking care of school and sports. But I think what got me to do this again was just thinking about all the other people that needed help, and I guess going and listening to the Hugs representatives about the stories of families and actually seeing a respite where children came and we're just having such a good time there, and you couldn't even tell that they were sick, with different diseases. And so that, I guess, helping them and making a difference really got me to focus more on them rather than on what I'm doing for myself.
Well, I would just encourage them to get out there and see what's available at their schools, because a lot of schools have programs available and outreach programs where they're able to go and get involved in outside community service. And that's a great place to start. A lot of us started off that way, and Jackie continues to do a lot of those kind of things. So,
I would say to that, I guess some people don't think community service is for them, but I'd say give it a chance. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're involved in, if your best friend is the TV. I mean, if you want to make a difference, go and do it.
You folks have been making a big difference, $57,000 within 3 years to local charities. Are you able to share with us some of the local charities that you've been able to give your money to, and how have you chosen these charities and organizations?
Well, for our first year was IHS, which helps the homeless. And that was the first really big problem that I wanted to help, I guess, just seeing the homeless people there. So that was the reason why we picked IHS for the first year.
And then we chose Children's Alliance for the second year. We're looking in general to stick with basic human needs, but one of our sponsors from the year before had great interest in Children's Alliance, and they encouraged us to look into the organization more. And the president of the organization actually came to our first Malama Jam, and she enjoyed the concert and she liked what she saw, so she had contacted us as well and encouraged us to look into Children's Alliance. And we went down to talk to her about the organization. We were very impressed, and they help abused children.
Okay, and then how do people get more information on Malama Jam? Is there a website, a phone number?
To get more information, you can go to www.malamajam.org, or you can call 945-1111, leave a message, and we will get back to you.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio Hawaii.